Hi, hello, how are all y'all doing? Okay, first of all, I want to give everyone a huge thank you for getting this channel to 600 subs. I know it may not seem like much now, but this is actually huge that we hit this goal in such a relatively quick amount of time. Now, with us reaching this goal, I want to follow up with a thing I promised in my intro video. Yes, today I'm giving you the method to my madness. Now, let me start by saying this, and maybe this spoils a bit of the illusion of grandeur. No, my goal is not to consume every piece of artistic media from start to finish. Through a process of browsing and filtering, I will hope to basically know all of the major milestones of the long histories of different mediums. Oh, and just for the record, this is the most tedious freaking task ever known to man. Honestly, if you were to try this, I do not recommend basically becoming a one-man database. But even still, for those who are curious about the process, I'll go over it for you. So amongst all these things that I plan on covering, since I've done a lot of anime recently, we're going to start with anime. And let me just say through this process, anime is the bane of my existence. And honestly, that's just because there are a lot of freaking anime in circulation. But anyway, my first step is to find a website that pretty thoroughly keeps a database of every anime ever made. For sorting, I usually sort oldest to newest, and that's just because I enjoy seeing the progression of the medium through time. And honestly, this also helps for later videos, for knowing what took inspiration from what, just kind of seeing how things progressed in order. As I basically blow through these animes, my only goal is to see if the anime is worth my time based off of the synopsis, screenshots, and maybe even a quick viewing of the anime. But these are very loose judgments, and anything that seems mildly interesting for like whatever reason tends to make the initial list of animes to return to. And on this one, I'm very, very generous. I mean, with that being said, a lot of anime do get kicked out on this phase. For anime specifically, because there's a lot of repetition. But overall, like, I'm very generous and not super picky at this phase. Now, when it comes to the list entries, just to make it interesting, I tend to run the entries through a randomizer. And by doing this, when I kind of randomize what I want to view, I start viewing some of these anime in more detail, watching a few episodes and familiarizing myself with the story, the history, and kind of getting to know it a little bit more. Now, if you do come to my channel and find an anime in a decoded episode, that likely means that I have finished the anime and liked it enough to really just do like a more detailed case study of what made the anime cool so I can help hone my craft a little better. So with all that being said, just something to cover. I won't be making decoded episodes on every single thing that I study. That being said, I'll always try to reference as much content as I studied, and usually the anime and stuff that doesn't get its own decoded episode will show up in videos where I cover a few different things at the same time. But the decoded video will only really be made when I complete something, and feel strongly enough to do a full case study on that particular thing. For my decoded episodes, I also will have multiple people doing episodes also, so it won't always be my voice. For one, it helps cover more work if I'm not the only one working on the series. But also, I think my grand vision for this series is that I eventually want to open it up to like a broader variety of people anyways, and use it as a platform for other cool artists to have a chance to talk about things they enjoy, and maybe even plug their own work while they're at it. And while right now I don't feel comfortable getting to the point where I just want to make it a free-for-all in terms of who's on Decoded, I do want to let you know that I will slowly be inching towards that direction as the series gets more and more sophisticated. But with that being said, even when I am away from home, you can be rest assured that I'm going to be reading, watching, listening, or just learning about something new every day. Sometimes it may not even be a produced work like an album or a comic or a video game or anime or whatnot. Sometimes I might just be popping an art lesson on something like Control Art Paint, or studying a textbook, or even just watching YouTube tutorials. And of course, whenever I get the time, I also will be working on some of my own original artwork. With that being said though, I also wanted to make this video to let you know that I'm opening up my Patreon. So please, if you could, feel free to check it out and support whatever you can to help make this whole process of the Anima channel kind of move along smoother. And yes, I know there aren't any posts yet by the time I'm posting this video, but if I see people actually clicking on the link, it will definitely give me a lot more motivation to post stuff to my Patreon. Most of it will probably be sketches and thought dumps with occasional high production projects, but once again, that's if I have like the time and funding to do that. But hey, even with like the rough sketches and thought dumps, we're all here for the journey anyway, as that's really what it's all about. But with that being said, I do again want to thank you all so much for helping me reach the milestone of 500 subscribers, and honestly, I'm looking forward to the next one. As always, if you somehow click this video without ever seeing any of my other videos, please be sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment if you want, and check out some of my other videos. In the closing, it's probably going to have one video that I think is pretty cool for you to check out, which is likely going to be my intro video if you haven't seen it yet. And then the other one is going to be a video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy as well, which I just leave that as a wild card. I have no idea what YouTube will throw at you. If you're a new viewer, thank you so much for checking out this video, and thank you so much more if you decided to subscribe as well. And to all the returning, you guys are so real. I love you all so much, and I appreciate how you guys support, like, and leave a bunch of thought-provoking comments in the comment section. You all are amazing, and you really motivate me to keep doing this. But as always, I want to ensure you guys that I'm always planning to do new things. I always have all these cool ideas, and each video, each concept, or even each series is going to get better with time. But thank you all for deciding to be on this journey with me, and I hope to see you all through many, many more adventures and videos and a bunch of other fun things. This is Anima, signing out. See you in the next video.